Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video on why I have two iPads. I've got the iPad 10.5 inch iPad Pro right here. That's this one. And then I've got the prior version, not the one that was just announced a couple of weeks ago, but the prior version of the iPad Mini. I think it's the iPad Mini 3. And the main reason is form factor. I like the small iPad Mini form factor for reading books, and now with the new Apple News Plus, you can read magazines, really well with it. Also, I have the Kindle app on it, so it's good for reading with, and it's just a nice form factor. You can hold it in one hand like this and just read very comfortably. It's very light, and also to take with you places like on trips. It's just a much smaller form factor. So, for instance, here, I don't know if you can see in this video. This is the News Plus app. I'm looking at Money Magazine right here, and you can just read an article and read different magazines, and obviously it's got the Retina screen, it's full color and all that. So I really like this form factor for traveling and for reading books and things like that. The iPad Pro 10.5 inch here is good for pretty much everything else. I use this at home mostly, and I do a lot of video on this. I do a lot of YouTube on this. Sometimes I'll even watch Netflix or HBO on this. And if I don't want to sit on my couch, or if I want to lie down or something like that, or just sometimes I'll watch something like while I'm eating dinner, watch news, stuff like that on the iPad Pro. This is what I go to most of the time, so I can launch like YouTube or whatever on it and just watch a video. So this also obviously has the Retina screen as well. The screen is really nice and it's bigger and all that. So this one definitely gets more use than the iPad Mini form factor for me, just like when I'm at home and stuff. But the iPad Pro is a little bit heavy to bring with you places and to read with. Like, I have tried reading with it, but it's just gets a little fatiguing after a while and holding it. It's just a little bit heavy. Also, to bring with you, it's just a little bit bigger. Doesn't fit as nicely in like the back pocket of my camera bag or something like that. Although it is quite thin, so you could still put it in a backpack or something like that and take it with you. There's no problem with that. But I just find having two iPads for different needs really does work. And when I'm on vacation, I want to usually travel as light as possible, so I bring the iPad Mini for that when I'm on vacation. And I can still do video and all that stuff, YouTube and Netflix and all that with the iPad Mini form factor, although the screen is a little bit smaller. And that works totally fine when I'm on vacation or on a trip or something like that, to have this with me versus have the iPad Pro. So here's the sort of size difference here, and they both have cases. So if I had to just choose one, however, I would get the iPad Pro and then just live with the little bit larger size of it, the 10.5. I did try the larger size iPad Pro as well, but to me that's almost like too big. If I was an artist, an illustrator or something like that, then I would want the bigger iPad Pro, I think it's 12.9 inch version. But for me, the iPad Pro 10.5 inches is really, it just suits me fine. But yeah, if I had to just choose one of these, it would be the iPad Pro 10.5 inch, and just read on it and do everything on it. But the fact that I have the smaller one, it just makes it a little bit more convenient. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to leave them, and see you in my next video.